Hey everyone, it's Tuesday and you're watching the Beaver Bunch. I'm Lori, and this week we're talking about trans issues. I'm going to jump right in because I have to go to sleep. I don't have a sleep schedule. I work midnights and I'm on vacation right now. I am going to Colorado tomorrow, well, almost today. Uh, I'm going to stay with some of my friends that live out there, and we're going to see the mountains and do gay things. I made some notes because I've been kind of scatterbrained lately and I really want to just get it, do it to it. The question is, if I were to live as a trans guy, what would I want to learn from the experience? Now, I'm going to nitpick this question. What you want to learn and what you end up learning are often very different things. So saying that I want to learn something is like predicting the future without knowing where you're going or when you're going or what you'll be. It's kind of, you can't anticipate what it would be like. So I don't even know like the things that I would actually take away from it. But I think the things that I would want to answer questions as far as what my curiosities for the being trans would include. And most of these things, if I have a curiosity, I've tried to talk about it. Like when we were in San Diego, like I asked Kate a lot of questions that I wouldn't necessarily ask him like over the internet or like, via Facebook chat or anything. But a lot of my questions had to do with like the science behind it, of course, because I'm like a nurse and all. But I wanted to know like about the physical changes, like what happens to your period and what happens like to the physical things of being a woman. I know that there's a lot of physical changes, and I know that you have to see an endocrinologist, and I've heard a lot of people that transition do not do that, so they're not advised about testosterone, and that's really scary to me because I think that you want to be safe when you're doing this, because I know it's a big undertaking and it is a big health risk from what I understand. So it's good to be under the supervision of a doctor, um, and just what type of like health risks there are long term and that type of thing. And then I would also want to know, of course, how women treat men, like as like approaching a woman as a man, like as a trans guy or whatever, like as a man. I would want to know if girls would treat like how girls respond to that, because I think that I'm attracted to like girls that are gay. I'm not usually attracted to women that are straight. So I wonder if I was a guy, like whether I'm trans or just picturing being a man, like I'd want to know like how differently women approach you, and if I would be attracted to a different type of woman. I've also heard about people like who are like lesbians and then transition to be trans guys and they end up being gay. I would want to know if I would be, because I often think that if I was a man, I'd be a gay man, and I think that if I were I don't know. I have no idea, because I don't know if I transitioned, if I would be trying to compensate and pass like more, so I would overcompensate with masculinity and like work out and be really rough and tough. I'm not terribly tall. I'm like 5'7", so I don't know how my build would look, or if like I think that if I were, I've also thought like if I was a guy, I'd want to be like, toned. I'd want to look good with my shirt off. So I'd want to work out and do those things. But also think that I would be a gay guy maybe, because my brain would be the same from what I understand, because you don't like change what you like. So I'd still like musicals and techno music and going to the bar and dancing, and not saying that you can't do that as a trans guy who has attractive attraction to women. I don't know. These are all things I don't know. And I would also wonder like how it would feel to be hit on by a girl like as a dude, like if you'd have different types of girls coming at you. And in dating, I would also want to know like when you decide or what you decide to tell and how that goes over and like how that feels, because I know that would probably be really a bummer, because there's so many other things that you can be rejected for potentially in any relationship, and that would be so crappy if that were to be something that would turn someone off so quickly. Um, I of course would want to know how the pleasure experience would go about being trans, like how you gain pleasure, if not just from making someone else feel pleasure, like how physically you feel it. Because I'm like I'm comfortable in my body and I'm secure in my body as a woman. So I don't know if that would translate into feeling comfortable in my body if I was trans. Um, and and I would also want to know if I would have like insecurity in like how believable or how pass like how much I pass. And I wonder if I would overcompensate to try to like have that male confidence, or if that's something like that would just be part of who I am. Like I think I would be worried about people knowing if I am or if I am not. And I guess that's something you have to get over. But I really I think that being trans is really hard, and not that I would know, but I'm just saying like all these things like I know are there, and I know are just scratching the surface of the 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 challenges and struggles that you'd face if you were transitioning. So I totally take my hat off to you, trans individuals, because I can't imagine going through that, but I know that you have no choice. So like I get that. And so I think it takes an incredible amount of bravery and courage, and I just know that you must own like I can only imagine that you are faced with a lot of people that don't understand, and like a lot of people who are afraid, so they hate you or judge you or treat you differently, and I don't think that's fair because I love everyone. I really do. And trans people I think are ones that are I, I don't know. Like I think that they're misunderstood, and they're not. There's not enough visibility and education. So I think a lot of people would make that time a lot harder than it already is. Um, I guess that's really my answer, and I hope that you have a great week. I will see you next Tuesday, and I will be back from Colorado. So, bye.